Option one is when Trump hits them first. They know that if they relent or relax in any way, their people will rend them limb from limb. That there will of the people in the leadership regime, if there's a change of regime, they get killed, and probably their families get killed, and probably in pretty gruesome ways. That there are just so many Iranians who have seen their loved ones tortured, murdered, hanged from cranes. The hatred of the people for the regime is very intense. So if the regime loses, they are all dead men, and as I said, probably dead in gruesome ways. So they have no choice. They have to fight. And they don't have a lot of ability to strike back at the United States, at least not rapidly. They can use terrorist methods, but that takes maybe a time to get organized. So they just have to take the punch. And then they have to wait it out and hope that their waiting works. So they don't have to have a big theory of Trump, because they don't have a lot of choices of what to do. Ride it out, take the punch, try to survive, do the best you can. It's the United States that has to figure them out, because the United States is trying to bend Iran to its will without doing... Look, if the United States were to say changing Iran is the single most important challenge for the United States, and to that end, it's going to work with allies and mobilize Congress and impose the taxes and cut the other domestic spending programs and do what's necessary, the United States could bend Iran to its will. The difficulty for the United States is at what cost will Americans pay what it costs to change Iran? And Trump understood from the beginning, no, they won't. So I have to do this. I have to do this on the cheap. So this is where the hatred of process and the gullibility become important. So the United States is not ruled by a president like a one-man band. Normally there are processes. There's a National Security Council. There are ways of consulting Congress, the intelligence and armed services and foreign affairs committees. There are ways of consulting allies. And so presidents have an instinct, maybe I should do this, or somebody has an idea, and then it's tested and argued about. And there are ways to bring forward the question, what if it doesn't work? I mean, I was in the W. Bush administration during the planning for the Iraq War, and I could see what happens when you don't think seriously enough. Okay, what if this all goes wrong? What if all the things that all these smart people are saying, what if they're wrong? And there wasn't enough attention to that what if it goes wrong option. And Trump has responded by not just having no process at all, not even raising the question, what if it goes wrong? He talked himself into the idea, hit Iran, the regime collapses, give yourself a parade, you'll be there in time for the cage fighting match on the Washington Mall for the 250th anniversary with all the gilded statues and the new reflecting pill, and it'll be like being emperor of Rome. You will ride to triumph in your chariot, and everything will go exactly the way you wish it in your Walter Mitty fantasy. And he allowed no one to bring forward, here's how it might go wrong. There's, for all practical purposes, no national security advisor. He's laid off most of the National Security Council, and they don't seem to meet very often, and he doesn't seem to listen to them. There's no process, so he is the victim of his own wishes, about which he is extremely gullible.